So you want to build the best weapons with the best attachments for Cold War zombies. Lucky for you, I have all of your answers. Let's jump in the gunsmith and build some weapons. So we have whatever weapon you want to choose. Let's head on into the gunsmith, and for the optic, generally just pick the one that you like the best. This is pretty personal preference here. Lately, I've been running everything without any optic unless it's a sniper rifle. Now, as far as sniper rifles are concerned, one of my favorite optics is this Vulture custom zoom. You can zoom very far in, like if you're playing Outbreak, or you can zoom all the way out and maintain your peripheral vision. It helped me a lot getting the sniper rifles gold. But apart from sniper rifles, I'm really just hip firing my weapons, so optics don't matter all that much to me. Moving on to the muzzle, 9 times out of 10, I'm picking the SOCOM Eliminator because it has the most vertical recoil control and increased equipment drop rate. You have to be careful though, because the shooting move speed is really bad for LMGs. If that's the case, I usually do the agency suppressor or infantry compensator. But really, this muzzle doesn't make that big of a difference in your overall gameplay experience. The barrel, however, actually does, and this, for me, is a tie between this armor damage barrel and this regular damage barrel. As you can see, I have 2 builds of the XM4 here, one of them for damage and one of them for armor. However, armor really only helps you in the high rounds once armored zombies start coming around, so 9 times out of 10, I'm picking the damage barrel. And whichever damage barrel is the highest, which for this one is this guy. Important to note, with this damage barrel, it will heavily nerf your ammo capacity. However, because we're playing Cold War and there's ammo crates all around the map, that really isn't that big of a deal. Now, the body attachment probably has the biggest impact on your gameplay experience because these all have something to do with hipfire accuracy. Additionally, you can also increase your salvage drop rate. The 5 milliwatt laser usually has the best hipfire accuracy, so that's usually the one that I pick, but if you want an increased salvage drop rate as well as hipfire accuracy, the Ember sighting point is your go-to. However, it is worth noting you are not going to get as big of a buff to your hipfire as you would with the 5 milliwatt. And don't worry about these negatives because we're playing zombies, sprint to fire time, ADS time doesn't have that big of an impact. But like I said, I like that hipfire accuracy. The underbarrel is the same across everything. It's the bruiser grip. It has all upsides, no downsides, and all of this recoil control and movement speed, all that really doesn't matter too much, and the bruiser grip is just the best. For the magazine, it's really simple. I go for either the highest or the highest and fastest. If there's a situation like this where the highest and fastest is a little bit lower than the highest, I usually go with the fastest because there's ammo boxes all around Cold War, so I just can replenish my ammo that way. Much like the muzzle, the handle is kind of just not important to zombies, unfortunately. If it's a sniper rifle or you're aiming down sights, maybe an LMG, pick the one with the greatest aim down sight speed and that will be your go-to. But the negatives here, the sprint to fire speed and the shooting movement speed, don't really come into play all that much unless, like I said, you're using an LMG or a sniper rifle. For me, I tend to go with the serpent wrap. And the stock is a surprisingly important attachment because if you look down here, the cons of these attachments are all hip fire accuracy, so you want to avoid these last 3 stocks. The aim walking movement speed, sprint to fire time, shooting movement speed, as we've been saying, don't matter that much in zombies, so I usually go with either sprint to fire time to balance out some of my other attachments, or aim walking movement speed, which is what I usually do because, you know, LMGs, if you're aiming down sights, you want that movement speed. And from here, you could put on whatever camo you want, your absolutely favorite accessory, and then you can save that as a custom mod. But wait, donuts, you say? That's just one gun. What about all of the other guns and all of the other attachments? Well, unfortunately, Cold War's gunsmith is basically identical across the board for all of the weapons in zombies. Yes, some barrels with other weapons might have more or less damage numbers specifically, but all of these are categorically the same. Instead of giving you every single fish for all of these weapons, I'm trying to teach you how to fish, and hopefully you learn. Now go forth into Cold War zombies and get yourself this absolutely beautiful dark matter camo. And if you want some help and some pro tips on how I would do that camo grind in 2023, check out this video and stay beautiful.